Thank you for the introduction, Ashley. And yes, today I would like to take you on a journey that Parexel, our customer, has made with our platform, IFS Assist. My name is Niels Bijl, and I'm the European sales leader for the IFS Enterprise Service Management Business Unit, also known as IFS Assist, or very briefly said, Assist.
Niels, just sorry to interrupt your flow.
Yep.
We can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen?
No, we just have the image of you, which is not terrible. I'm not saying, but I think most people would like to see you.
That was not the plan. So let me try and share again. Share this screen. Here we are.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. So what I will cover today, and I have to quickly get rid of something that is in the screen. What I'll cover today is the case study of Parexel, and I would like to give you a quick overview of who they are and the scale of their operations. And after that, I would like to dive into the key challenges that they were facing before they were implementing Assist. From there, we'll move into the solution of how IFS has stepped in to address these challenges and support Parexel's need. After that, I'll explore the impact that IFS Assist has had on their organization and highlighting some tangible results they achieved. And we'll also look at the key features that IFS Assist has brought to play to create this to create this success. And I'll finally do some short wrap up how the partnership between Parexel and IFS Assist is going and driving continued success. So let's dive into that. So who's Parexel? And probably nobody knows them, or only particular people will know them, because Parexel is a very specialized organization. They are a leading clinical research organization, and that is playing a critical role in bringing life-saving medical treatments to market. They do that at a pretty impressive scale. They have a global presence of 150 locations, and they employ around over more than 25,000 professionals worldwide. And that is making them one of the largest organizations in this industry. And they are actively involved in conducting critical clinical trials. And that would, for example, include also high priority trials that were needed during the COVID pandemic. And that was purely geared to get vaccines to the market fast. And that is showcasing basically the commitment of Parexel to addressing the global healthcare challenges. On a daily basis, currently, Parexel manages over 4,000 tickets of services, with more of half of them coming from non-IT departments like HR, procurement, finance. And this statistic highlights basically the diverse and complex service management needs of an organization of this scale. So diving a little bit more into what are those challenges? What challenges were they facing before they were implementing the Assist platform? They were facing significant challenges that were impacting their ability to manage the service request effectively across the organization. And you have to know that Parexel has been growing pretty rapidly over the past decade. So the organization was combined from many different mergers and acquisitions. And that basically raised the first big challenge that they had, is that their service processes were very disjointed. Requests were managed through emails and spreadsheets and other siloed systems, which was making it very difficult to track progress and ensure accountability by means of an audit trail. And as you can imagine, in this medical regulated environment, not having a good audit trail on all kinds of decisions that you have made for your staff or for your processes or for your IT environment can be very critical. A second point is the manual workflows. Those manual workflows that were supported by these emails and spreadsheets and all the different systems created highly inefficient processes, leading to delays, and that was leading to a lot of frustration at the employees of Parexel. Of course, as you can imagine, if you don't have a good system to follow things, you don't know where your service request is, where the updates are, and got a lot of frustration at the employee level. Third, as Parexel continued to grow and to scale as a global company, these processes simply couldn't keep up with that. They were not scalable. The scalability issues that basically prevented them to process the volumes of service requests that they have, and also not processing them very efficiently. Last but not least, having this disjointed system of processes and a lot of manual workflows in place created a lot of lack of visibility. And this lack of visibility, of course, gives one, the difficulty to track and follow requests. But having that visibility not in place on a central system would not allow employees and managers to struggle the status of their ticket. And above all, you won't be able to identify bottlenecks in your processes. So these challenges highlight a little bit the urgency that Parexel had for a robust and scalable service management solution. So what does that solution look like, and how did IFS Assist help Parexel? Well, basically, the Assist platform was a pivotal element in the transformation that Parexel service management processes were undertaking. The implementation began with a systematic rollout, basically starting in the IT department. And when they had the system under control and the ITIL processes in place, by the way, the system comes with 17 ITIL certified processes out of the box. They expanded those processes to non-IT departments like HR, procurement, and finance. And therewith, they ensured that the entire organization could benefit from the single solution. Another element was the customization. Customization was a key focus, and the IFS Assist drag and drop technology enabled Parexel to actually tailor all the workflows and approval processes to the very unique needs of each department without requiring any development resources. So basically, business-oriented people can actually come together and build those processes out based on their knowledge of the business environment. The other critical achievement was that decentralization has been taking place. By consolidating all service requests that the organization had in all those different manual processes, they were actually now built on this centralized system. And that was enabling them to eliminate a lot of manual tasks and inefficiencies, a lot of inefficiencies in those email chains, and creating a unified system that actually improved the visibility and accountability of who was working in those processes. Finally, the success was made very much by the collaboration between Parecel's teams. This was not something driven by one team. They had a central team of assyst expertise, or basically service expertise, knowing how to build processes out. And those teams were going to the different business departments and having deep discussions and workshops to very much understand the needs of those departments and to deliver those optimized solutions that those departments especially needed, and to address those specific challenges those departments had. So basically a collaboration tool that allow you to work together as departments to create these end-to-end services in your environment. So what were the results and what was the impact that the assyst implementation had in Parexel? Basically, it was a kind of transformative for Parecel's operations. First, in terms of efficiency. Now Parexel know how to manage over 4,000 tickets on a daily basis, both from the IT and non-IT department. And those tickets are basically handled smoothly and at scale. And the automated workflows in those services have delivered a considerable time saving by reducing the manual workload for the service teams. This has enabled a faster response time to those tickets and a much bigger or a higher productivity across the board. Transparency has improved. Now they have all this information centrally managed on that system. Employees can now track the status of their request very easily through their portal or through their mobile or through any kind of device or digital access point you can think of, which was basically also reducing the frustration and improving communication between, let's say, service teams and the employee requesting those services. This solution has made Parexel a lot more agile than they were before. It enabled them to quickly move when things changes in the circumstances. And that especially was very apparent during the COVID pandemic. They needed a system or a solution that supported, let's say, the escalations coming from these critical clinical trials in those days. And IFS assyst supported that solution. So they were in that sense helping them to minimize the delays in that particularly life-saving research. Last but not least, scalability. The scalability has been a major success factor as well. Parexel could expand the IFS assyst solution to the non-IT departments without occurring additional cost. That was basically the result of the license model that they have in place, and that allowed them to actually have the expansion done quickly and cost effectively, and maybe also, or mainly also, creating the flexibility for them to actually deploy this solution on that scale. So what were the features that drove the success? Basically, the system comes with all kinds of templates, not only for ITIL, but also for HR and facility processes. So that already is a big advantage, because then you can start as quickly and make a jump start into your project. But then actually the codeless customization that that the assyst platform brings stood out. It allowed them to really quickly adapt those workflows that were coming with the system to the different departments and the complex development work that they needed, without actually having complex development work done by developers. This made the process of change very fast and more cost effective. And for example, we generally the ITIL ITSM solution is implemented in a matter of between 4 to 6 weeks at our customers. As said, the automated workflows were another game changer. They eliminated a lot of manual work and significantly improving the speed and accuracy of the service delivery. A lot of things in the assyst platform are basically rule-based, so a lot of decisioning can take place on the fly. The centralized platform unified service management across IT and non-IT. So the centralization was providing them a single source of truth for all the requests. And this basically broke down the silos between departments and improved collaboration across the organization. And finally, as mentioned, the cost-effective scalability. The assyst licensing model was favoring them, and Parexel was able to expand the solution to additional departments without any additional cost. That made them basically create more, because every single implementation, every single process that they would bring in place would enable them to have a higher return on investment. And that also forms the partnership for success between Parexel and assyst, because assyst has empowered Parexel to completely transform its service delivery and enabling them to scale their operations efficiently while maintaining the high level service quality. Another thing is the seamless collaboration between the Parexel's teams and the ability to customize workflows. It allowed them to address the unique challenges faced by different departments. To finalize this, today, Parexel continues to benefit from the unified service management platform to foster their innovation, but also use the innovation that the platform brings in terms of AI. It's already mentioned a lot of times, and I don't want to go into that too deep. AI and integrations in the entire world. And that ensures that their operations remain agile and effective as their business evolves. If you would like to see the assyst platform, just request a demo and we are happy to support you. For now, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to take your questions.
Very good, Niels. Thank you very much. We do have a few questions. The first one is we are used to engaging with IT in a lot of our engagements. How easy was it to bring the technology and service discussions to non-IT departments like HR and procurement? Because in your presentation, you mentioned that the tool provides cross-functional attributes such as templates and additional functionalities. So when you're bringing these discussions to non-IT departments, how easy was that to engage with them?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ashley. Well, basically, there were some initial concerns among the staff because they were not used or were not familiar with tooling like and toolings and concepts like the IT service management. Because basically you use the same concept and methodology, but for a different type of service. And Parexel approached these challenges with a, I would say, thoughtful and effective training strategy. to ease the transition, they conducted training sessions to those supporting departments and the different teams, and also created some friendly guides to help them. But the tool itself is also very intuitive, and so you don't have a lot of learning to do, and there's not a steep learning curve. So the adoption of this tool was helped by that, mainly the barriers for adoption were taken away by the intuitive use of the system. And basically the outcomes were very positive. Employees very quickly adapted their way of working to the new system, and especially appreciated the increased transparency that was provided to them. As you can imagine yourself, managing an inbox with tens or hundreds of requests, or having a system having to help you in prioritizing those that work, and having a clear overview on where the work is a much better experience for the service departments.
Thank you, Niels.
Yeah.
You said you were going to dip into AI. Can we just, in the last minute, talk about what IFS is approach to artificial intelligence, and whether it's going to feature heavily in the assyst tool?
Yeah, of course. I tipped on it. AI is becoming available in the release that is released right now. This afternoon, basically, we will have a release webinar as well. But we have many use cases on the road for AI, and that goes from summarizing tickets to improving communication through chatbot or co-pilots, as they are called today, or including AI routing of tickets, making the routing more flexible and more based on experience levels of supporting staff. So those are a couple of ideas. Furthermore, you could think of creating workflows based on AI, based on knowledge and things that have been done in the past, creating those workflows even faster than only with the low-code application that we deliver.
Niels,
those are some ideas that we
Niels,
that we
thank
have.
you very much for your time today. It was a very informative presentation on Parexel and how you supported them.
Thank you, Ashley.